On to the California wildfires now. You must have by now come across images and visuals of the destruction caused by the fires. Over the last week, vast parts of LA witnessed massive wildfires which have destroyed thousands of homes and killed 24 people so far. Meanwhile, another crisis is in focus: the depleting water supply across LA. And as per several reports, the work of the firefighting crews has repeatedly been hampered by low water pressure and fire hydrants that have gone dry. And experts say that this has exposed vulnerabilities in the water supply systems, which are not equipped for wildfires on this scale. Not just that, this has left civilians and politicians both scrambling for solutions. Now, while this has hit both the sections of the society, the rich and the poor, of course, have the poor been left a bit more defenseless? Let's first just give you a sense of what the situation is like in LA. On Sunday, in a bid to step up efforts to tackle the raging fires, California's Governor Gavin Newsom announced the increase of an additional 1,000 National Guard personnel to Los Angeles for response efforts, raising the total to approximately 2,500. Officials said that this is part of their efforts to relocate residents back to the areas affected by the fires as soon as possible. But is that really enough to control the raging fires that are spreading far and fast? And on top of that, this has sparked serious concerns regarding the water supply and its role in dousing multiple fires. You see, just a few days ago, the former Department of Water and Power Commissioner and billionaire real estate mogul Rick Caruso reportedly claimed that unreplenished reservoirs had caused fire hydrants in the area to run dry. In fact, he was among the first to allege that LA's irresponsibility with water had doomed the affluent West Side Pacific Palisades neighborhood. Now the Pacific Palisades fire consumed nearly 12,000 acres, draining almost 1 million gallon water tanks in the area by early last week. Added to that is the tremendous demand from the firefighting crews, who have been practically struggling to contain the fires, ravaging houses and structures in its wake. And this also begs critical questions around the infrastructure and the amenities in hand, which may tackle fire breakouts in a housing or shopping complex efficiently, but not infernos of this magnitude, which can harm communities in whole. However, there is another side to the story. By the neighborhoods affected by the said fires, a sizable section of the rich who have been impacted being celebrities, the who's who of the town, with no dearth of money or resources. They are the people who can still, in a way, afford to fight the fire. Because as per reports, the wealthy are turning to private firefighting services. With public fire departments overwhelmed, some of the richest are reportedly paying as much as $2,000 per hour for what can be called bespoke fire protection. What does that entail, really? Private crews are hired to safeguard luxury properties from approaching flames. According to a report in the Los Angeles Times, these crews are provided by private security companies who offer services like spraying landscapes with fire retardant or wrapping trees in fireproof material. And what's more, these crews often come equipped with hoses, fire retardant gel, and their own water tanks to ensure that those opting for the services get the best out of them. But what about the poor, for whom this may sound as good as a daydream? You see, California is a drought-afflicted state where access to water in itself is a contentious issue. And the mismanagement of it, perhaps, adds to the damage. And for the poor, the going gets even tougher. As per a study from the University of Georgia, lower-income homeowners remain at higher risk of wildfires, with their insurances at stake, with many even facing stark economic woes like cancelled insurance policies and rising premiums. And from the looks of it, the situation is likely to worsen in the coming days. And if so, can the government do more to provide for the poor? Not just temporary measures of rehabilitation, but actually ensuring that they can find a roof on top of their heads and other necessary help at the end of this massive disaster.